Hello and welcome, dear Geminis. This is not the monthly horoscope. If you want to have an overview of what's happening, go to my monthly horoscopes. They're already out for August as well, and probably next week for September. But this is specifically about the Mars retrograde. We're feeling it already now, as I record this at the end of July, and this is for the rest of the year. But what is this all about? I want to make it very, very clear, and it's actually very, very easy to understand what this energy is all about. And for you, it's happening in the 11th house. So we're going to look at that as well. But first, a couple of timing figures, let's put it that way, because this Mars in Aries wants to go forward. It wants to launch new ideas. It wants to now launch new actions, so to speak. And it's very, very active and very fresh energy. It's great to start something new when Mars is in Aries, and we will all feel this. And for you, it has to do, your 11th house has to do with new objectives, new goals, new friendships. And if you have a business of your own, it's your business as well. The money you get from your business. So you want to go forwards with that. And guess what? In the beginning of August, when Mars bumps already into Jupiter, it's going to bump into Jupiter, Pluto, Saturn. But when it first bumps into Jupiter, there is great expansion possible around the beginning of August. The 4th of August, you're going to feel that Mars squaring Jupiter is really having a lot of optimism, maybe a bit too much, but it wants to go forwards, and you're going to have this Jupiter in your 8th house, which means that you're getting good reactions and value of other people, whether it is their money, whether it is their emotional support or whatnot. You're really feeling the value of other people because of the actions that you're doing. But then Mars slows down and bumps into Pluto and Saturn. And that is already happening at the midst of August up until the first week of October. So the midst of August and the first week of October, with Mars going backwards on the 10th of September, this is the frustrating time. Why? Because then Mars bumps into Pluto and Saturn. And it is as if to say the opposite energy of what I just described. It's saying, maybe other people are saying, I don't really like what you're doing, or they're going to speak out values towards you that is very, very strict and very critical. And maybe it will give you even some fear, actually. Or the value of your partner when you are in a relationship, business partner, or love partner, they could really value you in the way that it's not really nice for you. So what to do? Because that's the square. What to do? Is this bad? It's not bad. It means that you are mastering something. Mars with Saturn and Pluto is about mastering your actions. It's about getting the best action out there. But it's with doing it slow and doing it, step by step. That is the attitude I want you to take, and I invite you to take. So worst case scenario that you could do, basically, with Mars clashing with Pluto and Saturn in that time, is when someone says to you, I don't think this and that, because Saturn is in its own sign. So they have their truth as well. Worst thing that you can do is, everything that I start, it never works out, the pity role. I exaggerate a bit, but, or freezing and doing nothing. I'm not going to do this anymore. No, that's not what the Mars, Saturn, Pluto wants. Mars, Saturn, Pluto wants, even when you get critic, you build some character there. That's the positive of Mars, Saturn, Pluto. You continue anyways, but you're doing it with little steps. Slowly but surely is the message. So when you feel like you get the restriction, you stop, you slow down, and then you get up again and you try again. And you might do this whilst normally you would do this one time, you might have to do this 2 or 3 times with this going backwards and forwards. But that is how people get mastery in something. When you look at the natal chart of people with Mars square Pluto or Mars square Saturn, or even with oppositions, these people, when they are younger, every time they want to do something, they get like, it's not good enough or whatnot. And once they get over that state of freezing or not doing anything because they're scared. Once they get their courage and they do those little steps, they become, and they take their time for mastering something, they are becoming the masters. You know, it's like a lot of surgeons have this aspect, Mars Saturn, because you can imagine if you need to do some surgery on someone and you're not taking into account this artery and that artery, and you're not doing it slow at the first when you're trying to learn this, it's not going to work, right? You need to do it slowly. You need to do in order for you to master it. That's the energy for you as well. So when you, and don't forget that this mastery will show its results already from, you know, December and onwards. Even the midst of November, you're going to feel that when Mars goes direct again, you're going to feel, the midst of November, you're going to feel that you're improving whatever it is that you want to improve that relates to the future for you. So for you, Gemini, especially Gemini rising, and to a lesser extent, the sun in Gemini and the moon in Gemini, it is about objectives for the future, whether you are 20-year-olds or 60-year-olds. It's about what you want to do for the future. It's about what kind of friendships do you want. It's about networking. So you could be doing a lot for, especially when you have your own business. This is good. But don't give up too soon, okay? Because there are going to be some, you know, other people that are going to say, is it good? Is it just... Try to be mature with this. Instead of pushing it away, all those rules or this criticism of other people, just try to, oh yeah, they may have a point, but I'll see, I'll do it again. And I slow down and I'll do it again, but I persevere. That's the attitude. If you're gonna do that, you are really, especially when you have your own business, it has the opportunity to flourish even more than you ever had, but after this aspect is done, so more at the end of the year and even the beginning of next year. It could also mean when you want to start a group, an association, that it will have, you know, there's a clash of opinions, there's a clash of values that could be going on, but don't run away from it. Don't think that because things are going difficult. And of course, younger people will have more problems with this energy. You know, when you're a bit older, a bit more mature, well, not all old people are mature, of course, and I say that with a smile on my face, and sometimes young people are very mature for their age. So it's about your character. When you're someone who wants to have the things done yesterday, this is going to be a tough energy for you. So beware of that. But it has its good sides. It has its meaning. The universe is not doing this on purpose. It means that it wants you to be a master in something new. And maybe starting a new website, starting a YouTube channel, what not. You know, the 11th house is a lot about like-minded people as well. But don't get yourself, you know, pushed down by the values of others, okay? Just learn from it instead of, you know, taking it all personal. Thank you so much for watching, dear Geminis, and have a very good Mars retrograde, and see you next time. Bye-bye.